Roll it. What you need.
In the world of digital recording, nothing has offered as much bang for the buck as the best-selling Boss BR8. And now, Boss is raising the bar with the affordable new BR1180 and BR1180 CD digital recording studios. Both are complete digital recording studios with 8 tracks of playback, 3 stereo effects processors, 64 virtual tracks, and digital mixing with scenes. And of course, they've got that famously easy-to-use Boss interface that will have you saying, "Manual schmanual." Both units record directly to an internal 20 gig hard drive, giving you lots of recording space. A built-in rhythm guide includes sampled drum sounds with standard MIDI file pattern importing. Effects like Cosm guitar amp modeling, studio quality reverbs, delay, chorusing, vocal effects, and even a mastering toolkit give you polished mixes. But that's not all. Imagine all this with a built-in CD-RW drive, and you have the new BR1180 CD. The BR1180 CD is identical to the BR1180, but its built-in CD-RW can be used to easily burn audio CDs and backup projects to inexpensive CD media. The CD-RW also makes it easy to import and export WAV files, or bring in wave loops or commercially recorded drum grooves. And there's more good news. When you want to upgrade your BR1180 to the CD-RW version, Boss offers the optional CDI BR1. The BR1180 Digital Recording Studio and BR1180 CD with built-in CD-RW. High quality, flexible, affordable, and easy-to-use music production tools, giving musicians exactly what they need.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the BR1180. This is a very cool piece out from Boss. This is an amazing piece of gear. What ends up happening, if you're familiar with the family of the BR8, BR532, it's a lot of the same mentality. If you're not familiar with those products, it's okay. This thing rocks on its own. It's very hip. What ends up happening is you have 3 inputs, a guitar input, a mic input, and a line input. Okay? There's 3 buttons right underneath them, guitar, mic, and line. So the input structure is very easy to understand. 1 button for each. On the input side of this piece of gear, what ends up happening is you have all the great guitar sounds. You have a whole set of guitar processing right inside the gear. So what ends up happening is I can play fun stuff. Right? I got the clean sounds. I can go into my little Texas thing if I want. Right? So I have all that fun stuff in there. I also have things like funk thing. Right? I have all that stuff in there. Now, if I want to do some cool acoustic stuff, if I wanted to actually, if I want to do full-on crunch guitar, right? Lead solo stuff. Right, so all the cool stuff is in here. If I wanted to go ahead and break into some acoustic guitar with the Cosm technology that we have from Roland and from Boss, we can actually play acoustic guitar with this. Let's have a little fun. Right, so I can do that. If the bass player can't make it, well, he's just fired. Right? No hex pickup, regular 1/4-inch pickup out of any guitar. It's the Cosm technology that makes that happen. So it's very cool in that respect. Now, cool thing about this, people were asking, can you have a larger hard drive on this thing? 20 gigabyte hard drive in this, okay? Tons of recording space, right? And with the 20 gigabyte hard drive, you can track all day long. Now, what are you going to track to? Rhythm guide is still here, but with the CD, this CD that ships with a discrete drum CD, it's very cool because on this unit is a CD burner built in. This is so hip. So you can go ahead and burn and write your CDs. But let's say we want to bring in some drums. Take a peek at this. We go ahead and we go back. Wave import, okay? I can have a real drummer, real heads, real skins, real shells, real cymbals, real groove, okay? So I can actually have some cool drums going on. And then with the Cosm technology, when everything, I can just have fun and record and be a musician. So I pick a track, I go back up to the top. Right? And I'm being a musician, I'm having fun, right? Now all I want to do is I want to lay down a second guitar part. Here I have to change all my routing to the next track. Okay, that's done. Pretty tough, right? So now I go ahead and I just pick up another guitar sound. Let's do a little funk thing and have a little fun. And there it is. I go back up to the top of the song, hit record and play. Right? So I go back. If I want to go ahead and add a solo, that's easy to do. I just pick up another sound, go back up to the top, hit record and play. Alright, so you're having a lot of fun with it. I'm still being a musician with this thing, which is very fun. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to take it from sounding like a demo song to like a pro song. In the 2480, we have this thing called the Mastering Toolkit, which is a very cool frequency-dependent compression and expansion. Had the same exact technology in here. I can actually finalize my mix right in the BR1180, which is very, very hip thing to be able to do. So I can actually use one of the presets here, or I can go ahead and create my own. For instance, if I said, the mix is great, just from 80 hertz to 200 hertz, I want to compress it at a 2-to-1 ratio. I can do that in here if I wanted to. So now after I get it mastered, I get out of that mode and I go ahead and burn my CD. CD burner built in, right? A real Redbook 44.1 16-bit play in anybody's CD player CD. Very, very cool to have, okay? So you got a 20 gigabyte hard drive on here, which is a lot of space, okay? But sooner or later it's gonna get full. I don't care what size hard drive you have, it's going to get full sooner or later. And we all know that if it's not in two places in the digital world, it doesn't exist, right? So now you can actually do data backup to CDRWs on the thing. So while we're using it as a CD burner, we can also do data backups of our hard drive, which is a very cool concept. Also, I can export my songs as WAV files, or as you heard with the drum loops, I can import WAV files, okay? And use a discrete drums if I so choose. And so what ends up happening on this piece of gear is you get phantom powering on the inputs, you get a 20 gigabyte hard drive, 10 tracks of recording, mastering toolkit, CD burn, CD backup, wave import and export. It's very cool.
Roll it. What you need.